Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the live stream of the Nations Cup number 23. Oh my goodness, what a great match we just had. It was Portugal versus France. It was kind of one-sided, but it was a great match nevertheless. We have what could be a lot closer match lined up for you right now. It's the other semi-final. It's Belgium versus USA. Let's have a quick peek at the history of these two nations. The history, though, of this Nations Cup, because they met already. As you can see, Belgium have qualified very early on in the Swiss system. Only 3 matches required, but in the third they faced off versus their current opponents, that is USA. They won 2-0 quite convincingly. Nevertheless, this is definitely a match to look forward to. USA can't be discounted since they are the only ones that have, in recent years at least, beaten France in the knockout stage of the Nations Cup. That is the only reason, in my opinion, that Portugal managed to win 1.5 years ago. It's another best of 5, and this one could really go to a best of 5. I honestly hope not, because it's already 10:30. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we're going to start off on Tahunga. Tahunga Team Survivor, as you can see, the choice of Team Belgium. The other maps that have been chosen are Austria Team Survivor. It's a clear trend there that Belgium chooses Team Survivor. It's surprising, to be honest, as well, because often we've seen that countries choose CTF versus USA, Australia, etc. But this time around, the Belgians stuck to their guns and kept on going for Team Survivor. USA, on the other hand, don't choose a mode, they choose a map. They chose Abby, Team Survivor and CTF. They have a decent CTF lineup and also a sort of European player in the form of Azel. And they have tons, and I mean tons of good CTF players. In fact, the game has just started, and I'll be able to feed you guys with some more nice facts and factoids about this match in a second. But for now, we can see that Azel and Nizzle will be the subs today. But we find Shane, Ake, Locati, Logic and Rocket playing for Team Belgium. And we find Moscow, Ryan, Mustang, RJ and Bzegs. And RJ, by the way, is Tarquin, for those wondering. Tarquin, obviously the maker of many a good frag video, but at the moment he's not fragging too well because he's remaining on 0 kills. And Rocket, well, this is the reason why Rocket is, for instance, the knockout champion, etc. He gets 3 kills in the first round. Maku once more is our GTV cameraman, so props to him for sacrificing his free evening. Ryan and... well, actually, not Ryan and Ryan holding the line here over at Hotel and making it all square, 1-0. The other nice factoids that I looked up for you guys is that these two countries met 4 times before in the urban zone years. The first 2 were won by USA. The latter 2 were won by Belgium. But as I mentioned before, USA the only one to take out France in the knockout stage. So who knows? Maybe they can engage their epic god mode whatever status and now also beat another French-speaking country. By the way, I'm also there's another 2-minute delay on stream, so that I can listen into their team speaks. And in fact, let's do that now. Let's listen into USA.
Yeah, one is stairs.
Back mid.
Let's go tank, go tank, go tank, go tank. Let's push out.
Quick,
Go fast, go fast. Gotta go fast.
Everyone.
Go out, go out, go out.
They're behind us.
Cobble.
One corner, one cobble.
50, corner, 2 guys. Tank. They're pushing out corner.
Rocket's killing a teammate there, but Moscow is down to 25%. And Logic will fix him with a nice bullet to the torso, and it's 3-1. So, still no sweaty palms and mom spaghetti on the USA side, especially not after the double tap on the helmet there on Logic. The top fragger of Belgium, in fact, at the moment. We'll see the US try and use a pincer movement and force the Belgians to the water tank, but it hasn't been too successful. They're feeding themselves slowly into water tank, and the Belgians are winning that exchange every single time. Now it's 3 versus 1. And Zegs here has it all to do and will be taken out. So that's a little bit unfortunate there after having the man advantage. For the keen-eyed player, well, there exactly, Logic playing with an SR8. It's not often that you see Tohunga with an SR8, but it's definitely a valid option. Most times the map is just too fast to be sniping around. So still no deaths at the Belgian side, but a lot of damage. Nice movement here by Shein, making sure that no Belgians will be caught unawares. But, oh, that's not the sound you want to hear. But the Glock is still a valid option here for Mustang. Together with Ryan, they'll need to do a little bit of a medic. A little bit more if you're asking me. Why not risk it? I mean, that 10% might be the difference between 5-1 and 4-2. Ake still alive, but bleeding, so it will be 4-2. Nice. So, 7 kills for both Ryan and Mustang, but also Rocket with 7 kills. Carrying their teams respectively. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of the action there. It's really tough for those wondering, why am I not seeing all of the action like I'm used to on CSGO? Well, on CSGO, it's kind of delayed and it's not a human that's clicking around, but it's actually a very smart, well, I don't know what to call it, but variable that's looking at which person do we have to follow so that all of the action is on screen. Hopefully, maybe Unreal Engine 5 will bring that to us. But in the meantime, we've seen all of the action. It's 4-all. Nice comeback, well, mini comeback here by the US. I wouldn't really call it a big comeback. Wow, I didn't even see Logic there, but Ryan taken out, and Logic with the SR8 going to be scoping out here. Oh, sloppy nade there. At least it seemed to be a nade from his teammate. That really doesn't make any sense. It's 3 against 2 and the Belgians are very low. Mustang has to push and push hard. Come on, keep the pressure, keep the pressure. The other remaining Belgians are low, but they'll probably be medicing right now. No med kit remaining for the US, so they might as well put up the pressure. Moscow on the other side, going beast mode here. And the US are in the lead again after winning the first round and trailing the subsequent 8 rounds. Now they are again in the lead. Moscow avoiding those grenades here over at mechanics and going to probably push in towards bridge. Nice nade. Oh, straight on the face. And Mustang also gets a double kill. Ake and Logic still remaining. Good pressure here from Logic. Oh, wow. Lovely job there from Logic. And he will keep it close. 5-all. Just a question there about the bug nade. Well, I don't honestly know. To be honest, calling it a bug nade is already saying that it shouldn't be allowed. But in my opinion, and I know that this is a long time ago, but a long time ago, believe it or not, you were allowed, or able, I should say, to throw nades over narrow at Casa. And I thought that was fantastic because it's realistic that you can throw nades over buildings, and it's not realistic that a sky box blocks grenades. So I would be all for it. And especially since maps are now being developed by mappers who are very much aware of the possibilities of throwing nades. Well played there by Locati and Ake, staying alive and keeping the expanding the difference back to 2. Oh man, okay. Unfortunately, no pre-match and post-match interviews were possible because of this best of 5 and because these both nations wanted to start real soon. Rocket now with 50% pre-shooting, and pre-shooting like a boss, getting Ryan down, who had full health. Good communications there on the Belgian side. That could be the only reason that it was successful. Rocket hearing the medic, but he himself is very low, gave away his position. Oh, RJ down to 50%, that could be pivotal, but wow. Good job there from Ryan, who who secures his 13th kill. The pre-fire not hitting anybody, but at least making sure that the Belgians won't be pushing up that direction just yet. And it seems like Hotel is booked to the rafters at the moment. Again, the pre-fire. It's nice to see how Urban Terror is, still expanding. Oh, a team kill there. Shane going to be coming from behind. Well, I appreciate, Delirium, that it was your intention that the nades were allowed to be thrown over the building. The problem is that, well, most urban zone players are very used to that nades are not allowed to be thrown over buildings. So that's why it might still be an illegal nade. Nevertheless, let's see if that could actually be the difference, because at the moment it's back to 8-all and Americans keeping it close. But we are halfway. An aggressive push here from Tarquin over at Water Tank, and I don't think he did a lot of damage to the Belgians there. He took a lot of damage and, well, in fact, he took so much damage that the nades were able to take him out. But a trade there in favor of America. Logic and Shane both out. Rocket isn't even top fragging for his country at the moment. It's Locati. Belgium has always been, from my perspective, an underperforming country for the roster that they have. Don't get me wrong, they get far, but they reached the grand final in 2017, and also let me see. Well, they performed admirably in 2000. Don't have that information. 2017 was the grand final. That was their best result. In the meantime, though, back to the game, and US is leading by 1 and also had the man advantage, but now it's 3 versus 3. Locati, though, in dire straits, and Ryan does some damage to Ake as well, but can Shein come in from behind? How are you doing, OJ? Nice to see you joining the stream as well. I have the sneaking suspicion that either this match isn't as interesting for most of the community, aka France, or that most of the people have to go to bed for work tomorrow. But we're still in triple figures, viewing figures that is, so thanks very much everybody who's still tuned in. Hope that this very close match is keeping you entertained. Seems like US will get another round in. Ooh, that was close. Locati couldn't get Moscow down to 0. And America once more in the lead. When the rounds count the most, when you get closer to the 0. Don't forget, guys, this is Team Survivor Austria, and this is the choice of Belgium. In other words, you'd expect them to win. And push here from America. Moscow, excellent timing there. Logic's P90 can't do anything. And it will be Tarquin who picks up 2 kills with the M4. I wonder if we're going to see Tarquin play Austria maybe with the SR8. I mean, it is Tarquin who is known for... Oh, that nade exploding just a little bit too early. Otherwise, Tarquin would have been in dire straits. 7 minutes on the clock here. Can the Belgians come back? Well, that's a good start. A nice counter from Ryan there, at least an attempt. And Ake comes in from the side to pop Tarquin's head off. And only 1 the difference again. Sneaky nade there from Rocket, but doesn't do much. Rocket down to 30. In comes... I don't know what happened there, but GTV quickly switched, it seems. Oh. Well, come on, Pommes frites. If you want to make it close, then you have to do a little bit better. I wonder where this server is, since the ping is so... well, relatively low for both. And as far as I know, we still don't have an Urban Terror server on Sealand. Google it. Mustang here, covering the angles. Some Americans there bleeding to death, and only Rocket down. Shane running away, trying to fight another day from another angle here. But he's making so much noise. Well, apparently they didn't catch on to that. Let's listen a little bit to the Belgians.
Arrêtez de fuir par pitié. Y'a A qui est logique, ils se font défoncer, vous rushez mes
Il y en
cas.
a
Non.
un qui a dit go fuir. Moi c'est tout ce que j'entends les gars. Moi j'écoute hein.
On
Alors
attend,
écoute,
on
Allez.
attend, tranquille, on attend.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is stress. Stress and a lot of frustration. The voice you were hearing there was Rocket. And it sounded, and I know my French is really bad, but it sounded like he was ripping into Ake. But obviously the pressure's on here, and that's exactly what they needed. Another round, bringing it still closer. Let's listen into the Americans while they are dealing with this 2-round advantage.
Never mind.
You have tank? I need a
They're tank.
Push out.
Push out, push out, push out.
We need to fall back in the hotel.
Table's 40. Guys, what are you?
He went tank. They're all tank, probably.
I'm watching hotel.
Corner? Oh, I need
med
medic.
table. They're
Need
gonna
med
rush
table. Wow.
Nice try.
I'm still not loving how the Belgians get themselves situated that they shoot each other's heads. But, well, for now it was working for them. And a little bit of frustration. Well, not too much frustration there. It was still relatively calm, but I'm sure that they didn't want to lose that round, especially with 3.5 minutes on the clock and just 1 round the difference now. Can the Americans keep their lead? It's looking like they're having difficulty, but Zegs here goes strong. And it's just Logic and Rocket remaining versus Ryan and Zegs. A nice nade here. Not successful. But it's Ryan. Oh my god, Ryan. AKA Zizian, of course. But gets his 23rd kill. And together with Mustang. My god, Mustang. We haven't seen you a lot from your perspective. But you must be doing a lot of hard work, hard craft and labor here. Oh, a trade there and a favorable trade on the other side of the map. Logic and Co. making it 13-14 with just 2.5 minutes remaining. So I would go amiss here to say, if you have some spare cash, guys, and you're being entertained right now, hit that subscribe button, or you can always donate if you want to have it a one-timer through PayPal. Approximately 75% of all of the donations go straight through to the winners of this Nations Cup or winners of future events, but most likely the Nations Cup for now, since we only have, well, what is it, 1.5 weeks remaining. But it would be nice to give some beer money to the winning team of the Nations Cup, at least from my perspective. It's all square, 14 all, and that's also to you YouTube guys. You can also donate. And the rest of the money, for those wondering, we're still looking at a different or new website. I mean, the Urban Zone website is so dated. Anyway, for now, that was my public service announcement. Let's get back to the game. 5 people remaining on both teams, and it's 14-0. This might be the last round, because it is slowing down massively here. But I would say, if I was USA, I would keep the pressure going and keep going the way that they were, despite that the Belgians got a couple of rounds back. From my perspective, excuse me, Jesus. From my perspective, it seems like they have the initiative. One minute remaining here. Well, a trade. And the trade keeps on going, but it seemed to be going in favor of USA. Now it's 2 versus 2. Moscow manages to retreat to hotel. And where is Bzegs? Well, Bzegs is to his right, but he's down to 32%. Lokati and Shein do they both have 100%? No, Shane is down to 60. They don't have a medkit, so 70 and 50% versus 160%. Oh, double tap on the helmet. No, double tap on the vest and helmet. Bzegs! Oh my god, what? To be honest, if they were smarter or had more time, sorry, smarter sounds really bad, but they should have ducked into a tunnel and try and wait the time out. Now, if Belgium still win this, it will be 15-0. And still, Belgium won't have won on their home map, so that would still be good. Don't get me wrong. Nice nade from Logic. Zeg's down to 0% now. 4-4. And Shane gets that kill off on Tarquin. Tarquin, who hasn't been his usual fragging self, as you can see. 18 to 25. Yeah, this is it. Ryan here will die, and it's all square. 15-0. Well played by America there. Very well played. Since this is the Urban Zone Nations Cup, this means that, well, we are playing a best of 5. And, oh yeah, well, sorry. It used to mean that now there would be... since it was a best of 5, it would simply mean, okay, this match hasn't been, or this map hasn't been played, since it's the first to 3. But if switched it around, Pseg's getting a little bit of frustration. So a 1v1 knife to choose what, I really wonder, because halves don't really matter. And to be honest, I have to say once more, and I know that in the situation and with the pressure, but still, USA could have dove into the tunnel, wasted the remaining 15 seconds, and still won that round. But they didn't do it. So now we're going to go into overtime. 5 minutes. Just waiting for America to ready up. So here we go, 5 more minutes of Urban Terror action here on Tohunga Team Survivor. Indeed, OJ, 7 of 9 is always right, except when it's related to Team Survivor, which is most of the matches nowadays on Urban Zone. Oh man. Okay, 5 more minutes. Let's go. And another favorable nade there. But Ryan will bring Zegs back to 90%. Oh, wait a second. GTV. Fuckery. Only rocket down, but now Logic will fall as well. Zeg still in requiring some medical attention. Anticipating a flank. And indeed, anticipating it correctly, because in comes Locati, and he will make it 1-0 to Belgium. Let's listen into their team speaks again.
Well, then Brian got needed, so I had to med him. That's why I said play safe.
Oh, I'm just going to mute them now, because the second you're still talking about the last round, that's when you're making mistakes already. You shouldn't be trying to explain why you did something in the last round. That just makes no sense whatsoever. So the Americans aren't, I say aren't in it, but they should really keep their focus on the current round. Anyway, back to their team speak. Well, they have won that round, obviously.
One hit mid.
Close, hotel, close.
One hit mid still.
49, hotel, fires.
Still 49 hotel. Going back for a
Push
minute.
up, push up.
Nearly a team kill.
At least 2 hotel. They're gonna be regrouping bridge cobble.
Mechanic and bridge.
Yeah, that.
You break down, one was mecha.
Come, table.
Nice.
Hotel under bridge.
Very
bridge,
nice
bridge.
flank from
Bridge, 2 bridge.
They're both full.
Tarquin, but he trades.
hotel.
That's
Play it slow, I think.
unfortunate.
They're both full.
I got a nade. I got 2 nades.
I think they're gonna push towards tank.
Or they could camp it out.
He's there in corner.
Fuck. Table.
Nice try. Yeah. Unlucky.
Indeed, a nice try, and indeed unlucky. Sorry, I'm going to say it, but that's because I think that all of the French have a nasally voice, but the nasally voice was Azel. I'm probably going to lose all of my viewers now because I'm saying that the French sound nasally. Oh, great. Good job, 7 of 9. Keep Urban Terror alive. Insult most of your viewership. Oh well, back to the game now. The Belgians are leading by just 1 round, but they have the man advantage this time around. Will they waste time or not? Moscow and Ryan should try and counter. That's a good start. That's a very good start. Ryan comes in and will finish off Shane. It's all square. 2-2 and 2 minutes on the clock. Oh, this is so epic. Let's listen into the Les Belgians.
Derrière, logique, ils le savent.
Faites gaffe à la nade. On va peut-être avancer avec des nades aussi, faites gaffe. Go repartir en arrière dès que possible. Go avant les nades.
Vas-y, go maintenant.
Vas-y, go, go, go. Un mid, top mid, un mecha. Ah non, on est mid.
Allez, non, mécanique dans le coin droite.
Fais le nade.
Ah, corner, nez de table.
Yeah, indeed, the Americans did most of the damage, but Lokati and Ake still alive. Ake going big here, but unfortunately couldn't bring Ryan down. Oh my god. Well done there by who was it? Who cares? It was American. Oh man. One minute. Now will the Americans make a time mistake again, or will they now play it slowly as they should? Oh, the first opening frags in favor of Belgium here. Ryan and Zeg's last one standing. Logic here, cleaning up shop. It's just Zeg's remaining. Is he going to try and waste time with 45 seconds? Big balls. Here's some breathing. Has so much health and stamina that he can try and waste time. Ring around a rosy, a pocket full of posies. Hide and seek, urban terror style. Gets one. Has to run to the other side of the map. Oh. Go on, Zizian! Come on! What a comeback this would be! Well, once more, we're either going into overtime again. Oh, Logic just went away. Decision taking out. Oh, wow! Oh my god! Wait, listen in to them.
Wow, dude.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
What a fucking clutch, dude.
Jesus.
Hey, Captain. Well done.
Indeed, what a clutch. He got 3 kills there when he was a 3v1. Well, Rocket, there's your highlight for the match. And I suspect, well, obviously, if you haven't seen Rocket's work, guys, Rocket is the guy that makes all of the highlights. And he said to me, believe it or not, that he needed the motivation to make the rest of the highlights. So please send him a message on Discord that he needs to make the highlights of round 4, 5, and of course the playoffs, because, well, I can see how many views he gets with those videos, but I don't understand how he needs motivation from the community since it's such epic work. But my god, America 1-0 on the Belgian map Tahunga Team Survivor. Now, I wonder if we're going to go to Austria Team Survivor. That would be logical. Based off of what happened on the first match, the first semi-final. But for now, I'm going to take a quick break, get some water, because I've been motor mouthing again. And we'll be right back. Welcome back, YouTube. We've just been talking about some stupid money things, but for some people it's obviously very interesting, since at least some beer money would be nice. For now, though, we are going to focus on the second map, and the second map is not going to be Austria Team Survivor, which I expected since Belgium got their asses handed to them on Tahunga. Nah, that's not fair, 7. But they did lose on Tahunga, their home map, which was a surprise for me and for many of you, to be honest, because many of you expected that it was going to be close on the CTF map, which is the map that we're going to move on to now, Abbey CTF, the only CTF map of this semi-final, unfortunately, since, well, everybody that watches me knows that I really love CTF. Oh, wait a second. There we go. So, 0-0, 10 minutes on one half, 10 minutes on the other half. Oh, Shane gets taken out by Bzegs. Now, it would be nice to see the Americans put up some pressure. Well, something like that. All of Belgium are dead. Unfortunately, we didn't really see how that happened from this perspective, but what we are seeing is Moscow here. Wow, we've got a little bit of a cap train going here. And the cap train is continuing. Oh my god, 3 caps in a row versus a good country like Belgium is horrendous. So 30 seconds required to lead 3-0. Ryan has to split his attention between his teammate and the opponent, but he split it well, since the opponent will be taken out full right now, and the rest of USA can hopefully push in. Oh, Ryan is near the flag, but... Oh, a timeout being called. What's up? No extreme high pingers. Are they going to change tactics now? It would be... Yes, indeed, that nade. Is it going to kill me or not cocked correctly? Well, we'll have a first-hand perspective view on that nade. Maku showing us all of the perspectives on the map right now. As we can see, all players are still alive. The question is for how long? Yeah, might as well get that kill done and over with. Ryan will be able to do even more damage, I think, with the LR300 before the nade explodes. Oh, nice. Okay, well, Rocket, last one standing. Moscow missing the flag there for a second. And brings it home. Nicely done here. Okay, well, people thought that this map was going to be close. I have no idea what, but America is really literally handing Belgium's ass back to itself. Let's listen into the Belgians now.
J'ai plus 14.
Very
80,
quiet.
il a pris long,
Ballon.
il a pris. Brom. Fais gaffe à net.
Je passe.
Je le vois pas.
Street,
Deuxième
ça
net.
avance.
Toujours
Il push
ballon.
maintenant. Deux qui
Je
push
peux rien
maintenant.
faire là.
Y'en a un qui
Donne un
spawn kill.
enveloppe. Viens, je fais street, il a pris long.
Y'en a un qui va spawn kill. Et putain, je lui mets qu'une tête. Fuck.
Oh. Well, there's no question if putain is a nice word. And Moscow now taking the most... Well, this is just showing how overpowered the American team is if you can run it through street. That's usually the most risky route, but 7-0, my god. USA, yeah, I can see you guys in chat. Unlucky Belgians here. I mentioned what the best result was of Belgium, and that was 2000. What was it? Did I say 2017? If I'm not mistaken. For the Americans, it hasn't been that long that they were in a grand final. In fact, it was just 2 Nations Cups ago when they. No, was it? Oh no! Wait a second. Yes, it was. It was the Nations Cup versus Portugal that they actually lost, but they beat France in the semi-finals. No, actually in the quarter-finals even. Nokhati, last one standing, does get the double tap on Azel. That will be very satisfactory for him.
D.
One's low, one's 100.
On the flag now.
Yeah, on the flag. On the flag in central.
Back.
He's 82. He's gone. We have too long. Defend.
Oh, we got
Defend.
him, win. Oh, street.
Oh,
No, recover
inside.
spawn, recover
It's
spawn.
tunnel.
Alright, just-
One tunnel. Nading. He's nading tunnel.
Alright, just
Recover
focus,
spawn,
focus.
please.
That was very sloppy. You could hear, he's street! As in, try and get your attention back to the person that's at street, but in the meantime they lost 2 caps, pretty much due to that. Once you've lost a flag, just accept that you've lost it and then focus on keeping any future caps away, because that's what happened to Belgium early on. What the... Okay, well, Azel was looking for a kill here, and Tarquin will be able to run this, but... Well, that position you can actually be headshot from, so he was lucky not to take any damage there. A2 the score, and yes, of course, I am very well aware that the red side has pretty much the same advantage that Algiers has, but what my expertise from my CTF playing games days is that 5 rounds difference is actually what the half advantage would be. So obviously it's starting to look a little bit more in favor to the Belgians, but I have to say that USA are very impressive, more impressive than the Belgians, and I think that they will be able to win this, their home map. Moscow will... Wow. Cheyenne over at Central, stopping the cap. So it's a bit of a rough and tumble game here in the last 10 minutes. USA really seemed to be in control the first 5 minutes, but they're having some difficulty running the flag now. And Logic killing 3 flag runners in a row there. Very nicely done. Only 1 defender focusing on the return. That's surprising, especially since the flag... Well, I know Twitch chat will be going bonkers for that. A certain cap given away here by Azel. Oh my god! Well, it's going up and down, and will Moscow bring this home? He does! Azel messing up, but Moscow bringing it home. Will they reach double figures? Don't forget, we will have 10 more minutes of Abbey CTF action coming your way, hopefully as soon as possible. But I have the sneaking suspicion that the Belgians might smell a little bit of blood in the water, and maybe with a little bit of tactical awareness here on CTF. They might still make this close. Nice pre-shooting. Well, actually it wasn't really pre-shooting, but it seemed like pre-aiming because of the ping difference. But there we go, 9-2. I don't know. I really don't have the feeling. I know that some of these caps were due to mistakes on the Belgian side, but to be honest, that second cap of the Belgians was due to a mistake from the American side. So I would really say that the advantage is, well, obviously the advantage is well and truly in the American hands, but also, even if we correct, quote unquote, based off of half advantage, map advantage, I would still put my money on the Americans winning the second half. Doesn't seem like we will have a long break though. The Belgians have already readied up. And well, we'll see who will be joining the French in the grand final in, well, possibly in 2 maps. Okay, well, Twitch chat is going bonkers again. Nevertheless, you guys are great. I wish I would still be able... Well, I wish the health of the community would still be so good that we could get close to the 250 that I only hit once. I don't know how long ago that was, but it was amazing to be able to shoutcast to double what we are attracting now as viewers. But then again, the community's health is worse. So I guess that percentage-wise, we're still reaching most of the community. Let's transition over to the server where we are ready and waiting. In fact, they have just readied up. Let me get a quick glass of water. 10 more minutes. Here goes nothing. The aggregate score, as you can see at the bottom, is 9-2. But now the Belgians have the advantage of the red side. Logic playing passively in tunnel, that's eh. Obviously that little bit of passivity, I don't know, might be beneficial, lol, since it gives them a little bit of insight into the tactics that the Americans are using here. And it's not often that tactics change in CTF. It's more of a war of attrition, if you know what I mean. Nice pre-fire there by Azel. Whoa. Was that his teammate that bumped him down, or was it lag? From my perspective it was lag, but nicely done. Moscow still keeping Logic away of sorts. And now it's all hands on deck. The Americans have to defend this one wave respawn, and they've done just that. In fact, they're already countering. Gets one, and a little bit of damage on the second. Gets the second. Now Bzegs is going to be coming in from behind with only 24% though. Will touch the flag and rocket there all the way from stairs to stop the cap. Nice trade there. The pressure is really being mounted on the US side. At least in this wave respawn. Let's see. Yeah, Rocket gets a pass, but it needs to be faster. Oh, Jesus. Well, at least it will be a safe cap, but from my perspective, if he would have been faster and made more use of his little bit of stamina, maybe even a next cap could have been run. For now, it will just be 1-0, and well, they still need just 7. I'd say just a little bit of sarcasm there. Nicely done, Logic. Takes out... Oh no, wait. I thought for a second Bzegs was out full, but it's not. All hands on deck here. Well, just 6 more required. Oh, I'm really pleased by that. I'm really pleased that he got that cap in, because especially a timeout when you're middle of statue, that could really well mess up your yeah, what's it called? Mess up your timing. Oh, what I wouldn't do to quickly unmute the Americans in TeamSpeak, but I think that goes one step too far, and I want to keep these countries available or willing to allow me to join their TeamSpeak. Yes, Nordic. Willing to allow me to join their TeamSpeak, believe it or not. So, waiting for them to ready up. What can be happening there on the US side? I don't really expect them to change their tactics much. 6 caps required for the Belgians. And a very nice job there from Ryan, also taking out his teammates just before the wave respawn. Those nades could have been cocked a little bit later, or longer I should say. But he still got a kill there, that's surprising. Logic and Bzegs throwing the hot potato over to each other. Bzegs here looking for a death. Will not... Yes, he will get it, thankfully. Only Bzegs remaining, and he does stop a lot of this Belgian attack. Throw it over to a teammate, mate. Oh, God. Just one hit required to take Rocket out. But he brings it home. He should have jumped down for the death, but he gets it from a nasty angle from his teammate. 2 caps the difference now. Well, I say 2 caps, but obviously it's a little bit more. 5 caps the difference, but with 4.5 minutes remaining and, well, some cap combos, it's still possible. But will the Americans allow that to happen? Logic out full, but Shane will be able to run this. We'll be hoping for a death here, and hopefully Locati can hold the fort for another couple of seconds. Their spawn will be atrocious. Complete and utter chaos. And still most of the Americans alive. Bzegs, well, runs it. Semi. Yeah, this is an important cap. And again, whole of Team Belgium are, most of Team Belgium are dead. And Bzegs once more able to throw nades into their spawn. Could have been better. Should have been really in the doorway instead of just past the doorway. But potato, 4-2 at the moment in favor of the, well, I should say the aggregate score is 13-4. No. 11-6. 11-6. I love this aggressive play from Cheyenne. Just Azel remaining. And Azel is still in his spawn. But it's too slow. That nade might be live. Flag on flag, Locati will bring it home. Ryan will stay alive with 51%, but also manages to take out Ake with the Desert Eagle. Lovely. That's a real man's gun, rather than that stupid pea shooter of a Glock. Two minutes. Can the Belgians make this work? USA are going to turtle down here. forcing a lot of Americans to drop down, and that means Zegs is the only one up top. Nice jump, but not fast enough. No, not fast enough to allow the next Belgian to run it. 6-2 with 1.5 minutes remaining. It was 9-2 on the other half. Hilarious. Again, Belgium in possession of the flag. Lokati didn't drop his Kevlar there, but that means that he has a lot more health to fight and live again to fight another day. 1 minute remaining here. It's just a good flag run from 2 back-to-back here from the Belgians that's required. The Americans leaving it really close here. And just running this flag away also wastes time in favor of the Belgians. Just Ryan and Azel remaining. Azel harassing and Rocket very low. Comeback of the ages here. Jesus, Rocket, come on, you know that. Oh no, oh no, oh no. GG. That's it. What a great comeback here from the Belgians, but it's not... Well, it's too little too late. That's it. USA winning the second map. That means that we will be heading to Austria Team Survivor after this. GG. Congratulations, USA. Belgium, you fought really hard. I really didn't expect it to get that close. Whew. What an entertaining match. And we're nearing midnight, guys. Oh, God. I think I'm going to start late tomorrow. Well, I know for a fact I'm going to start late tomorrow. Anyway, 2-0 to America already, and we are going to wait for Austria Team Survivor. For now, though, we're going to listen to some music while I get another glass of water. Be right back. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, don't forget to hit the follow button, etc., etc., etc. You know how to support us. And we appreciate all of your support. Be right back. And welcome back to either the third map or maybe the third out of many maps. One thing's for sure, it is time for Austria Team Survivor. And let's get this show on the road. They've only just started. And it's not 7-1, it's 0-0. Thanks once more to Maku for being the GTV cam. This is the choice of Team Belgium again. After losing on Tuhunga Team Survivor, they must win this or we will have another early semi-final loss here on the books. And we'll have a replay of the quarterfinal of 1.5 years ago, USA versus France. And we all know what happened there. Anyway, let's focus on this game before we're going to focus on the grand final, which will, by the way, for those not willing to hit the follow button, probably be played next week on Sunday. Moscow killing everybody, and oh, wait a second, we see a bit of a change in a lineup. We see that Ake has now subbed, and Nizzle, who, at least if Twitch chat is to be trusted, and no, you're not, is probably a Dutchie, so can't communicate as well as, well, through French. To be honest, both of these players, all of these players can speak French and Dutch, since they are Belgians, but there are really two split countries from my perspective. We've got Flanders and Wallonia. And we will see it all square at 1-1. So, there we go. Sorry guys, Twitch chat is acting the bollocks again. So, I had to time out somebody. Trolls are gonna troll, and trolls can also expect timeouts when the trolls aren't good enough, especially when you sound like a broken record and keep on repeating yourself 10,000 times. Anyway, back to the game now. Rocket. Oh my god, those hits on that second player. Poor guy. I feel really bad. That was actually an excellent position for Rocket to win that round. Must have been a time for a change of underwear if you're on Team USA. They must have shat their pants. Nice nade from Ryan, straight in the face of Cheyenne, and together with his teammate, are they going to push into middle? Nizzle's still alive and Bzegs is pretty low, but did the communication come in for Bzegs here? Or for Nizzle, that Bzegs is low. Reloading here, well, that was risky because like all good Urban Terror players know, you can shoot through that tree. Poor clipping. Let's listen in to what the Americans are saying. Not much, since they know that sound is of the utmost importance here. Bzegs has the advantage of a scoped weapon. But the thing is that he'll need to hit twice, whereas Nizzle only needs to hit once. Obviously depending on where you hit, but...
Nice!
Nice. The clutch
Wrecked.
king.
The teabag.
Morgan 2.0.
Lovely. So 3-1 here for the Americans. But Tarquin an early death here. And in comes the push from America through the tunnel. And the Belgians caught kind of unawares. But the Belgians claw one back. Logic really needs to be hitting shots from there if he wants to be useful. Ah, so he might be avoiding Tarquin here. And Tarquin, well, we all know he is the maestro of the SR8. But he'll need to do something special here. A 4v1. That's one. And that's none. Humping your teammate? And the headshot incoming from Tarquin now. I wonder if the USA can keep their lead, because at the moment it's Locati and Nizzle who are both very low. Mustang versus Locati, and Locati is very, very low, and Mustang will get the kill. Nicely done. So America once more in the lead and clawing closer and closer. Oh, be right back. Guys, my wife is going to kill me. Accidentally didn't close the door. And it's already midnight here. Everything for the Nations Cup. Even putting my relationship at risk now. That would be crazy. But one thing's for sure, she'll be pleased when the Nations Cup is done. Just one more week. 4-all here, and nothing to divide these two teams. Let's listen into America while they have one-man deficit.
Let's try.
Nice nade there from Shane, straight in the face of his teammate. Let's listen to the Belgians this round.
Prends le S. Décale ou pas? Ah ouais.
Clear.
Prends le S. Parquet 1.
Je crois qu'il a enlevé son snipe truc.
J'ai besoin d'un med. J'ai besoin d'un med.
In med.
Guys, speak English.
They will maybe rush that.
They rush
Tunnel.
statue.
Tunnel.
Two statue.
Two wall.
Two, one statue.
Tunnel. Reloading. Pick him now.
I
Go in together now.
Don't block me, bro!
It's fine.
20.
You can
Do
kill.
not mess up now, Nizzle.
We are winning. No
We're
problem.
winning, yeah.
You know, he's parquet.
Hello, Twitch.
Wow,
He went
no
down.
hits there whatsoever from Moscow.
You can run away, no problem.
Oh, you're kidding me, bro.
No problem,
That's
no
fine.
problem, no problem.
You're winning.
10 seconds, dude.
Wait, let me exit this.
Fine.
I love the fact that they're so supportive of Nizzle. I mean, it wasn't his fault that his teammate, that he blocked his teammate. Honestly, his teammate could have finished him off with relative ease, but didn't succeed there. And Nizzle played plenty good enough. Anyway, we could hear a little bit of an insight aside from the hello Twitch. But it was also funny to hear, guys, speak English. And that wasn't for you guys. That was just so that Nizzle could actually hear what they were talking about. And yeah, that's the real funny thing about Belgium. It's a country with two languages. And in this case, Nizzle is from the northern area of Belgium, where they speak Dutch, my mother tongue. It would be hilarious if you would start calling out in Dutch, just to psych the French, or I should say, the Wallonen. Anyway, for now though, nice nade from Zegs and stopping Rocket in his tracks with that one shot. Gets another double tap, and wow, the G36 is strong with Team USA. Now it's Nizzle who's being hunted down, and 2 rounds in a row here for USA after that one draw. So with 7 minutes remaining on the clock here, USA are in the lead. And of course, we all know that they are leading by 2 maps now in the semi-final. Will it be a battle of the French languages in the grand final? Well, the Belgians will have to do a comeback for the ages here. And that's a good start. Rocket doing tons of damage. The question is, he doesn't even have enough health to go up the wall. Nicely done there by Rocket, and allowing the rest of Belgium to secure that round.
You were not low, man. You were full HP.
Gotcha.
Listening now to the American team speak.
He's lit. He's extremely lit.
Behind wall, yeah.
20 health.
They're gonna push tunnel. Let's push wall. Let's push wall. Go, go.
Wall.
Go wall.
Me and
Go.
Matt-
One
me and
pit.
Matt-
No, they're not pushing tunnel
Push
at all.
in, push in, push in.
Behind mid. We're netting.
30 health wall. At wall, 30.
Z.
Yep, over wall.
33 Z. Still Z, still Z.
They're gonna push us.
Very low, the Americans here, but Ryan takes one down. Very nicely done. Nizzle, last one standing. They should be medicing, to be honest, to be safe. But
That's right, we wanted
they
that nice
secured the round, and once more, America is in the lead.
Sorry, sorry.
Close wall.
The media.
Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel,
60.
tunnel, tunnel.
It was a very close wall. In fact, he was on the wall. Opening frags in favor of the Belgians. Unfortunately, Maku couldn't switch fast enough to spot that kill. But we're all square once more, and the clock is still ticking down. 5 rounds the difference. Despite that America has won both maps up to now, it is a lot closer than the other semi-final that we were shoutcasting before. Portugal versus France was relatively one-sided until we went to Beijing CTF. Nice headshot. Yeah, we saw some smoke grenades a couple of minutes ago, but we haven't seen them since then. Thankfully, to be honest. And again, the Belgians win a couple of rounds. Is it GTV that's bugging again, or is this now the actual score? Okay, this is the actual score. Now some pressure here over on wall by the Belgians, but retreating back here, Rocket, anticipating a push over tunnel. Logic scoping there. And Rocket sees at least a little bit of a push towards wall, but they have transitioned. A push here through tunnel, and still Mustang hanging on to top of tunnel. I'm not sure if that will be in favor of the Americans, to be honest. They are, as they say, lit. And Logic with the P90 doing tons of damage, and Zegs here, last one standing with 9%. And the Belgians now building up a little bit of a lead. Let's listen once more to the Americans.
Mascot, why do you try to go there?
Where are you? Ditch? I'm going ditch.
Close back statue. And that wall. Check one.
Rushing tunnel. All tunnel down. All. Everyone.
Wow.
One's really low. There are 3 in our
Holy
spawn.
shit.
28. One's 28.
Take on it.
Tarquin playing aggressive with the SR8.
Z last.
Misses the shot on
Well done,
Logic,
guys.
but will finish it off with the P90. So 9-8 here with 3 minutes on the clock. Yeah, Tarquin has some magical SR8 shots. It's beautiful to watch. It's especially beautiful when he strings a couple back to back, but we haven't seen that just yet.
See, they're gonna pick.
We are looking from his perspective this time around.
Need a med.
I bet.
Taken. Tunnel. Can we push tunnel?
Bottom right tunnel.
I left wall.
I think
As
they
soon as
expect
they rush
tunnel
wall, you can push.
Let's all go wall.
Yeah, go.
Tagged bottom
Go
tunnel.
wall.
Tag
Go wall.
bottom.
From tunnel, go wall.
One's mid.
One's mid.
Nice.
Z
harassment there from
and
Shane.
outside mid.
One Z.
Lower tunnel. Lower tunnel.
Mustang just couldn't get his crosshair on Nizzle there, and Ryan is very low. Hilarious. Well, now we find the Belgians retaking the lead while the clock is ticking down. So America must win this upcoming round, otherwise it's curtains here on Austria. Well, and this is a round in favor of the Americans. In fact, it's just Rocket remaining, and he will be taken down by Tarquin's SR8. So we have 1.5 minutes. I expect this one to be a little bit slow, to be honest. As we can see on the minimap, some bunching and now some spreading around towards top of... Wow, Shane, that's an important nade to potentially secure... Oh, timeout after this round. What's up? Especially towards the end here. Can Mustang go big here? Must take out Nizzle as well. Does it? And what a timing here for a timeout. Goodness gracious. Oh, Ake subbed in for Nizzle. Well, Nizzle has been underperforming compared to the rest of his teammates. Yeah, lags. But he has won some important rounds, or at least slowed down some important rounds. So, a roll of the dice, a toss of the coin, who knows, but we have 1 minute remaining to see who will win here on Austria Team Survivor, the third map, and it's 2-0 to USA. Will it be 3-0 or will it be 2-1? We have 1 minute here to enjoy and see what happens. Let's listen into USA.
Okay. They might try something tricky here too.
Just rush it.
Mid.
35. Oh,
Cut.
shit. Don't rush it, don't rush it.
Holy shit! The triple headshot
RJ,
with the Glock!
Ryan, are you in
Mid
position?
again.
Yeah, I'm in
Mid?
position.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Got the SR8 in mid.
Go.
Go, go, go.
42 mid, 42 mid.
Wow, Cheyenne gets the SR8 shot in. Tarquin just avoiding that SR8.
Let us-
Nicely
let
done.
us-
Nice. Well done.
Nice.
Well done indeed. Now, I expected that to be a lot slower, but here goes nothing. It's 10-11. Belgians must win this. Listening into the Belgian team speak now.
Loge P, enemy mid fast. And push.
En français,
non.
gros. En français, gros.
Ah, ils sont low. Ils sont low, les gars. Deux low, mais on va pas ça.
I expected they would be talking English now. Zeg's down, so the advantage now to the Belgians. The question is, did anybody take some damage here to take out Zegs? Nice aggressive push here over wall here from Rocket. Still has 60% remaining. Great job from Rocket. It's just Moscow and Ryan here to stop the overtime. And it will be overtime. 5 more minutes here on Austria Team Survivor. It couldn't be closer than this. Well, it could be 1-1, but you know what I mean. Oh, well, the coin has fallen to the USA side every single time up to now. Now let's give Belgium all of your energy and hope that it will go to a fourth and decider. I don't know how to call it, but what's this? What are they talking to? The triple helmet. Yeah, they're talking about the triple helmet. Yeah. I'm sure that you guys will be clipping that. In the meantime, though, we're waiting for them to ready up. Just waiting for the Belgians right now. Oh yeah, wait a second. Ooh, nearly made that mistake. Would have been horrible since there's a 2-minute delay and Twitch chat would have eaten me alive, which they're already doing. Glad you guys are entertained. Don't forget, once more, hit that follow button, hit that sub button. These guys do deserve, well, some recognition when they win the grand final, if they win the grand final. SR8's being pulled out here by Ryan. Was it Ryan also rocking the SR8? Opening kill in favor of... Oh, Jesus, sorry. In favor of USA. Oh, nice flank here from Zegs, and he will finish it off, and a flawless victory at that. That's the way you want to kick off overtime. Everybody wants to go to bed. Understand completely. Oh, nice shot there, but unfortunately just missing the mark. Tarquin spotting the push from the Belgians early here. 3 versus 2. Ake does manage to get the kill off in the end. Cheyenne very low. Ake has the med kit. Yeah, this is dire straits here. This is going to be 2-0. And in fact, if America is smart, could be smarter, but they could have wasted more time. Nearly nading his teammate there, but good comms. I want to listen into the Belgians now, but it's coming apart at the moment, so that's not... there would be a lot of raging there. Okay, we are going to listen to them. This is either going to be the biggest comeback ever, or the most unlucky
Ils ont le temps de bouger, quoi.
team ever.
Oh, c'est pas possible.
Moi 31 wall.
Well, yes, it is possible.
Faites gaffe au rush. Moi, pour moi, on devrait
Tarquin
avancer
is
au
known
près.
to be one of the best
Rush,
SRators out there.
Il y a du tunnel down. Brock, je vais tunnel down.
Y'a un spawn déjà.
Ah, spawn. Tunnel, il va mid, il va mid. Dans le mid.
Un V1 ou pas?
Good
Ah,
call.
oui, oui.
Very good call. What the hell are you doing, Logic? Look, Katy, I should say. Oh, this waste of time is so in favor of Tunnel. Okay, they heard it. Move in, Lokati. You don't have the time and you have to...
Et tous ces clutches aussi, quoi.
I wanted to say you have the advantage, but you don't. Oh my god. It's all coming apart here for the Belgians. Another year that they won't be in the final. Oh my god. That's rough. Well, keep the Belgian hopes alive. It is still possible, but it's all on Rocket's shoulders here. Sneaky peeky Americans running away. But Rocket wins the first round for the Belgians here in overtime, finally. They have to go balls to the wall aggressive now. It's hell or high water. And at the moment, hell is more likely. Doing some damage to Mustang. Only a couple of pixels shown, but in the meantime, Cheyenne and Ake... Oh, they shouldn't have... Well, I'm wondering if subbing Ake in was the best thing. Ake was cold, and Nizzle wasn't doing too bad, to be honest. Anyway, 5-1 now. I'm surprised that we don't see any GGs just yet. But Tarquin here. Tarquin, the opening kill. Good job, Tarquin, indeed. It's GG. Tarquin bossing it here in overtime. And to be honest, that double tap, that triple tap with the helmet Glock over middle was really, from my perspective, the the play of the game. But Tarquin here with the SR8, impossible. We're going to see some frag videos, that's for sure. And I'm sorry, I'm not giving this the energy that it really deserves, but it is past midnight now. Well and truly. And it seems, well, no, it doesn't seem, it's certain. USA versus France. A replay of the quarterfinals of two Nations Cups back when France, well, we all know what happened there. France choked versus USA. the Negev being used, the ultimate admittal of being knocked out. The arch nemesis of France will be facing off against them in the grand finals. It's USA, who stopped their run. Oh, Logic leaving before the time. Such unsportsmanship behavior. The rage must be strong, but yeah, well done. I hope to have a quick interview, and it's going to be an incredibly short interview with Team USA. Well, there we go. GG, well deserved indeed. USA completely outclassing the Belgians. Here we go. Congratulations, Team USA. You are going to face off against France in the grand final. Oh my god, what a match. Tarquin, I'm bowing down to your SR8 godness. What a game, guys. Who's going to be available for a quick post-match interview here?
All of us.
All of us. Okay, fantastic. Well, we had triple count viewers, at least more than 100, who completely enjoyed your match. What was the key to victory according to you guys?
I don't know.
Moscow.
Swag.
Swagzilla.
I think we just completely outsmarted them on Dahunga. Otherwise, we're better shooters than them. So
It was a very close match from my perspective. I don't know how you guys felt. Was it in your grasp the whole time, or?
Yeah, I think we felt confident the whole time. But yeah, it was close.
Absolutely. It's also past midnight, so my energy level is kind of rapidly decreasing. But I would quickly like to ask you guys, versus France, because that's what we're all looking forward to, of course. You guys beat them in the quarterfinals 1.5 years ago. Is it going to be a repeat of that, or?
Well, they have a better lineup this time around, so I think it'll be different. But yeah, I think we can give it a pretty decent shot.
And are you going to be practicing a lot before that match, or? Because I don't know, how much did you practice this time around?
more than usual, but not that much.
Yeah, it's more difficult for us to scrim European teams, which is what we prefer to practice. So.
Yeah, I can well imagine. How's the scene there in North America?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, you're looking at it. This is it right here.
FTW
Well-
UGL champions 10 times in a row because there's no other teams.
Well, I mean, the cream of the crop does rise to the top at the moment, so I'm glad that this is the only, well, not the only. I wish that there was still a For the Win Gaming League tournament for you guys to play in, but well, it's I'm really pleased to see that the level is still strong enough to give the Europeans a run for their money. After beating the Polish and now the Belgians, you're going to face off versus France. Any specific tactics that you're going to have lined up for them, or are we going to keep that close to to our breasts?
Smokes and tack goggles.
We're just gonna find out where
Fantastic.
ZMB plays and send me there because I'm stronger than him. So
Okay, fair enough. I hope you saw the match versus Portugal, because ZMB was really their key to victory. That was
yeah,
really
that
impressive.
was a surprise for sure.
And are we going to see CTF, or are you guys going to choose Team Survivor?
We're not sure yet. We haven't even discussed it, to
We're
be honest.
picking CTF Paris.
That would be great to see. Guys, thanks very much for this very entertaining game. And well, enjoy your Sunday. Yeah, remainder of the Sunday. And I'm going to bed, have to work tomorrow. Looking forward to a good pre-match interview. I'll put in some work. Maybe even see if we can get our old favorite Jehar to shoutcast the match.
Yeah,
So if that would be great, I know. So when you know when the match is going to be played, please also PM me. I guess maybe 9 o'clock on Sunday is going to be the most likely.
Yeah, Sunday.
Get ready for a best of 9. That's how Urban Zone rolls. I'm just kidding.
Can't wait.
Don't take everything too serious. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to end with the class. Or do you guys still have a shout out before we end with?
Yeah, it's time for me to get really stoned now.
Oh my god.
Fair
Shout
enough.
out
Okay,
to Belgium for a good close game too.
Yeah,
awesome.
it's always nice to
That's
play against them.
absolutely, yeah, certainly. Okay, thanks guys, and catch you later. Bye bye. Oh man, yeah, time for edibles, time for bed really for me. We're going to close it up with your favorite that has been started so long ago by Oswald. It's time for Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass with Spanish Flea. Good night. Hi guys, it's 7 of 9 here. Just wanted to let you know that it's also possible to support our stream through Patreon. The advantage of this is that a larger percentage of the money stays within the community. 75% of all donations goes to prize money for events such as the NationsCup, Knockout, etc. The remaining 25% will also go to the community, but in the form of, for instance, a new website for Urban Zone, or hardware and software to improve the streams. For the price of a beer or a coffee, you can already contribute. If you're interested, check it out on patreon.com/urbanzone. I'd like to quickly take this moment to thank all of our subscribers on Twitch and the donators, and a special thank you to our very first patron, Smitten.